All right, shalom.
Shalom.
First thing and foremost, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Abanawa,
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors and much respects to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. May peace, blessings, and salutations to you, hopefully elect. Again, through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, we're out here again, prophesy the downfall of America, but to tell you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. All right, and as we know or should know, before the kingdom is established on earth, all hell has to break loose. All right, so pursuant to the topic of the sermon, terrible shall be thy visitation. So getting into this again in Amos chapter 5. Amos 5.
I got one real quick. It's Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 14. Every man is brutish in his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are vanity and the work of errors. In the time of their visitation, they shall perish. And in Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 15, they are vanity and the work of errors. In the time of their visitation, they shall perish.
And to land back that real quick in Isaiah 24, that's why this place has to be destroyed. Isaiah 24 and 10, the city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up, that no man may come in. Because that's what all the idolatry, all right, you know, all these different idols, right, it spread nothing but confusion. That's why when it comes to for truth's sake, to these people, truth is foreign to them. You know, it's a thing. It seems like it's one of those things that it's like, what is this? Truth is strange to these people. You know, but
every house will soon be shut up because of the lies, the wickedness of so-called white man.
And see, the Lord allowed this city of confusion to hold on for a moment in time, but now we're coming into a time where the Lord's about to make a demonstration. The world has to see the consequences of a rulership this wicked and confused. And that's why the visitation will be evil now. All right, it's not evil. It's actually it's a good judgment. The Lord killing the majority of these people is a good thing. There are multitudes that are born in vain. Vanity. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, going into the visitation. I'm going to start at verse 1. I mean, we live in a world where men that worship the Lord are looked down upon, and moles are uplifted. That's backwards, man. Just that simple fact. We could go into the food, we could go into the air, but just the fact that the most base and abominable things are uplifted and glorified in society, and righteous things are cast down and outcast, should show you that this is a city of confusion. So what do you expect when the Lord returns? A terrible visitation. 2nd Ezra 9:1 says, he answered me then and said, measure the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which is made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And the visitations, a part of the visitations, are the earthquakes, the uproars of people, the calamities that's taking place around the four corners of the world. You know, now more so, America's starting to feel what it's like to become a third world country. Now these Americans are starting to feel what famine, the onset of famine. They're starting to feel what the onset of plague is, with the onset of civil unrest. You know, and this is a part of the visitation that the Lord is coming. And the visitations are going to become more and more frequent as the Lord draws closer.
the news thought that Jesus was coming what was that, back in September. Because, you know, you people,
October 2.
yeah, you people, you know, you live a life of sin and iniquity against who you ignorantly call God and Jesus. And now you're expecting to get up out of here. No, you got to face the judgment first. The Lord has to make you feel it first. We're going to this back in Amos 5 and 16, verse 15. Hate the evil and love the good. And that's the thing about this wicked society, this system. All right, wickedness, evil. That's the standard, like your brother just said earlier. You know, here it is, a man of God is looked down upon, but Moism is uplifted. Shit is backwards. And if you say something against it, then something's wrong with you.
Right.
What kind of shit? What kind of sense does that make?
Because even with the persecution, what are the men of the Lord going to be persecuted? For the testimony. The men of the Lord wrote the words in the ancient times, but in today's world, we didn't write the words per se. So we're quoting the Bible everybody claims to believe in. So the coming persecution is going to make it manifest that this world is against the Lord. And the Lord said, what? Touch not my anointing. That's when the standards will be lifted up. But that persecution has to happen to show that this world doesn't love the Lord.
Amos 5 and 15 again. Hate the evil.
And the visitation is going to happen sooner than what people think. You know, we're already in the time of heavy visitation from the Lord. And all it's going to take is just that one catalyst, man. We're just one step away from major prophecy being implemented in the earth. One step away from the mark of the beast being implemented. One step away from World War III. All these one calamity. That's all it is. And we see how Esau used the recent crisis in 2020. 4 years. He used that crisis in over the span of 4 years.
Yeah.
Things change quickly.
Never let a good crisis go to waste.
Exactly. Never let a good crisis go to waste. Esau didn't let that old crisis go to waste. And he didn't let the crisis of that guy Big Balls go to waste. That Facebook representative that got jumped in Washington, D.C. He used that to promote AI surveillance technologies, man. Like Palantir and these different companies. That was another crisis he used. Then he used another crisis to start militarizing the troops into these urban cities.
Order of chaos.
The order of chaos. That's exactly what's happening. So the visitation is going to happen sooner than what people think. That's why the scriptures say that our salvation is nearer than what we believe.
Hey, it's already happening, but they have a vain vision, so they don't see it.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, Esau's vain vision is an important tool of judgment.
Right.
All the plans that the elites have involve really the Lord using that as a form of judgment.
Right.
The chaos that he's going to bring out is going to judge so many people in the midst of that.
Right. Like I was saying, 2/3 don't see it.
Right.
2/3 got a vain vision. So they don't see the visitation that's happening.
Right.
They don't see it. I was talking about 2/3. Esau, the Lord gave it to Esau. He's on top of the vain vision. He's on top of the visitation.
Oh, I got a precept for it.
You got it.
Get it after this.
All right. No, back in Amos 5 and 15, hate the evil, because there used to be a saying dealing with Yahweh Shah, he's around the corner. No, he's right there at the front door. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that the Lord power of hosts will be gracious unto the remnants of Joseph. Therefore the Lord power of hosts, the Lord saved us. Wailing shall be in all streets, and they shall say in all the highways, Alas, alas.
Which is a cry, which is a woe cry. Go ahead.
And they shall call the husbandmen to mourning, and such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing. And in all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, saith the Lord.
And the Lord says the skillful man and the husbandman gonna be mourning. So although that's what the Lord said in Jeremiah 9, hey, if you want to understand, I don't care how rich you is, how strong you is, I don't care how smart you is. So the Lord covered it in that verse it said the husbandman and the skillful man shall both be mourning. So if you're not a man of the Lord in that day, Zephaniah 1:14 said a mighty man shall cry out bitterly. You got that.
So I got this in
But it said wailing shall be in all streets, all vineyards. Meaning ain't gonna be no work. Because it's gonna be wailing all the vineyard, which is the workplaces, then it's gonna be trouble, man. That's the visitation. Which is already playing out now, but 2/3 and heathens don't see the vision.
Right.
They don't see the visitation. Because they got a vain vision. Their vision is glorying in the good that they do in life. Like we talking about that got home with the food and have movie night with his fiance, and the Lord killed him at the front door. According to the world, he was doing good. He was taking care of his family, maintaining the home. But the Lord said to pray not for the people for their good, because it's a vain vision. In their eyes, it's a good vision. But in our eyes, hey, you just an empty space, you just an empty vessel, man. You got it.
This is 2 Corinthians 16 and verse 21, going into the brother's point about how 2/3 don't have the vision. They don't see how things are shifting around them.
And it's drastically shifting. It ain't moving slowly, but the only ones can see it is those that's standing on the tower. I was just looking in front of the fire truck. It said Tower 1 on the front of the fire truck. You got it.
It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Right.
And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And a prime example of that is these SNAP benefits being taken away. The whole government shutdown in general. Because with the government shutdown, that's taking away different government assistance programs. And SNAP isn't the only one. You have some forms of the public schooling system. The food systems that they have in the schools to feed the children that don't have the money. That's being taken away. Alongside the SNAP, alongside different government aid, that's all being taken away. And all those is happening right before their eyes, like the brother said. We're not seeing it.
Oh, it's a system. It's a system set up to help people that's getting those injections in their back and different shots. They can't afford them because they like $1,500 a shot, $2,000 a shot. Them companies been shut down because of the government, so they was helping them to get these different type of they had to pay for it, but they was helping them to make the payments lesser. They not getting no help because the government shut down. And they were taking their money every month for that.
Right. And
it's all Edomites too. All old Edomites that can't get they can't get the help because the government shut down.
And you've seen how Esau's been strategically destroying Medicare and Medicaid for a lot of these older citizens, and now making it to where they have to pay out of pocket for their own health insurance, which that's like $2,000. When you have a so-called job in this world that gives you benefits, and you have a copay of $60, when the whole insurance is probably $650.
Right.
You only pay $60 out of that. And now, since they're taking away, you got to pay the whole $650.
That's what I'm talking about with the system, man. I know somebody that's doing that right now, that work and do that, and now the system, this government shut down, so now they trying to figure out how they gonna get help, because they need it. This is daily medicine that they need, and they can't get it. And this is all Edomites.
And this is a part of the visitation. This is the Lord visiting.
Right.
And the people don't see what's going on right in their own backyard.
Yeah.
This is happening in America. And that's why brothers have been getting into how this isn't going to take too long. This isn't going to take too long for the Lord to move and move all the pieces into play. Because all the pieces are already set on the board.
Yeah, they're already there, man. Yep. We were talking about last night how things that heat up, then things calm down, but everything's still set in place though.
Hey, it's like a graph. If you look at the graph, at certain graphs, it goes up and down, but it's gradually still going up.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just these little pauses, but it's still gradually going up, and it's all leading towards prophecy. See, now the Bible is less mysterious now. It was mysterious at a certain point, where it was dragons and a woman riding. Now it's starting to be made manifest. That whore that's sitting upon the beast is America. And what beast is she sitting on? NATO and EU. That's the system, that's the vehicle she uses to push out her influence. And the scriptures talk about the beast being burned with fire and the whore being burned. And that's going to be Babylon the Great, which is America, on fire from coast to coast. That is the lake of fire. There's no hell where people go and burn forever. Now the scriptures are being made manifest in our reality.
Hey, because that one chick that came up, the one Jake old chick said, it's a dragon in heaven fighting against God.
Right.
Bugged out, man.
No, now it's being grounded in reality. The kingdom of heaven isn't some place where you go and you just in the spiritual realm forever. The kingdom of heaven is a government on earth that will never be destroyed. But before that government is established, Babylon the Great, which is America, is going to be destroyed. All right, that's the tip of the spear of the so-called white man's rulership. And it's going to be destroyed and taken down, and then the kingdom of heaven will be established.
Hey, to add on to your point, if I may, and now that the Bible has been demystified, now we understand what it means to live through a fallen empire. Empires don't fall overnight. Although the Lord could do it overnight, empires don't fall overnight. It's a gradual process. You have to go through different stages of grief, so to speak, for a kingdom to fall. And right now, we're in the final stages of grief for America Babylon the Great.
And that metaphor, that's kind of a lesson too. The Bible being demystified. Kind of a lesson.
Hey, because the Lord, when the Lord used dark parables and sayings, He did that for a reason. If it just said blatantly America's going to be destroyed in the Bible, a place called America is going to be established and destroyed, and the so-called white man is going to rule it in wickedness. If they saw that, they would have burned the books. Even now they're trying to do critical race theory, where they're sanitizing history. So what do you think they would do if they had a Bible that said that, look, you're going to be destroyed, plain outright?
And as they doing that, they keep coming up with these new translations,
Right.
taking away from the power of the KJV 1611, man. You got to.
They tried to cover it up with modern Christianity, which is plantation Christianity, which says that anybody can be saved. That's not biblical.
Hey, that's why the devil says the date.
Shall be cast into a lake of fire.
Yeah, the salt. Right. Let me read this. Jeremiah 24 and 23. Though it be giving him to be in safety, whereon he rested, the so-called white man, yet his eyes are upon their ways. The Lord is watching the angels. They are exalted for a little while, but are gone and brought low. They are taken out of the way as all other kingdoms, and cut off at the tops of the ears of corn. When you cut the tops of the ears of corn, before to get that to the hog, they go in the slop bucket. You get that to the pig. And if it be not so, who will make me a liar and make my speech nothing?
Who will make the heavenly Father a liar? Nobody. The Lord ain't out here for an approval rating.
Right.
We're not out here trying to win souls.
Right.
We ain't out here, that ain't what the Lord called us to do. Lord, when we be a part of that number, it's to give the message.
Right.
You receive it or not, the Lord don't care.
Hey, I care about the whole week. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's trying to get the pamphlet, brother. Hold on, sister, let me. Nah, man. The Lord not looking for no approval rating. He said what he said, he gonna stand on it.
We brought out last night. The Lord, whether you believe or not, the Lord, you can't deny himself.
Right. All right, read, get it, bro. Get that precept. I forget the one I read with that to go right with that. I forget it what it was. Go ahead.
I'll bring out Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1.
Oh.
I will stand upon my watch
Yeah.
and set me upon the tower and watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
Hey, I was reading this last night to make the point. He reading.
Make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it.
Which is the table, Lord. King David said the Lord prepared a table for us in the presence of our enemies, which is just wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Go ahead. How I said in Matthew 22, my dinner is ready. My fatless and oxen is killed. Where's dinner at? It's on the table. Go ahead.
Hey, and we bring this point out often, and we got it from my elder R1. Table, the word bank goes back to table, because that's your resources. So the Lord, when the Lord said, I'm preparing a table, the Lord prepared a table before me in the presence of my enemies. The table is being prepared. Because the kingdom isn't the physical part, it's really the spiritual and mental part.
Right.
The mentality of the kingdom has to be established before it can manifest itself.
That's why Yahweh said to keep the heaven.
Exactly. And that's why he said don't come by observation.
Right.
It's really being seen in the minds of the elect. Lord willing, we be a part of that number.
I was just bringing that out and letting understand.
Hey, Slocky.
No, you got it. Go ahead.
Because that's a perfect point. Just the small things of not cutting the man off in the midst of his speech and being conscious of those things. That's a culture. What we're going through, what we're rehearsing, is the culture of the kingdom to come. That's why it's so foreign to this world. Because it's not your culture. This is the culture of the world to come.
Like the saying, it's in our minds. As the scripture said in Proverbs, that those without vision gonna perish. Right? Back to Habakkuk 2 and verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Hey, that's the point I was dealing with last night. You tell you something that's wrong with you. Hey, them that now working will work. You will revealed in this time. The Edomite has been revealed. So read this again.
Habakkuk 2.
Right after this verse, it goes right into talking about Esau. Read that line again.
Habakkuk 2 and 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
See, Esau been revealed at the end. Go ahead.
And
And look,
shall-
it's on the next. Go ahead.
And shall not lie.
Right.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come.
Go ahead.
It will not tarry.
Yep.
Behold, his soul which is uplifted, it's like it. His soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
So the last two verses said it would come and it would happen in his time. And at the end it shall speak. The self-proclaimed white man has to reveal who they are. Because they are the ones the Lord used to the prophet. The mark of the beast. The infant continent against the milk. I've been making this point. And now I'm going to speak to 4 and 16. Who is this milk that throw the tongue in the fire? It's the so-called white man. Who is him that set up all these data centers for the mark of the beast? It's the so-called white man. Why the Lord say in Ezekiel 4 and 13, our food won't defile in among the Gentiles? Who defile the food? It's the so-called white man. Right? Why we got chemtrails and contaminated waters and all that, man? The so-called white man is fulfilling the promise of the Lord, man. So at the end, he had to speak. And he's speaking loud and clear, man. But 2/3, they don't know what's going on because they have trimmed their way to seek love. They love this man. Isaiah 30 and 12, it tell you that our people trust in oppression. And perverseness is stay their own. Therefore, that iniquity shall be to them as a breach ready to fall. What's the iniquity? You trust in the oppressor.
Scriptures talk about them being drunk.
Right.
You know, they're
Right.
drunk but not with wine.
Right. They stagger not
Our
with strong
people,
drink.
including our members of our family, they're drunk. They're obviously under the influence, if you will.
Yeah.
That's what they say, you're on drugs, you're under the influence. They're under the influence of Esau. Whereas the children of light, the elect, have sobered up through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shema.
Let me go get my
And coming to Ashiel's point, you know, the revealing of Edom was a pivotal part of the ministry. It's spoken
Right.
about in
I was gonna
2
ask your
Thessalonians, the
breakfast
2nd chapter.
Hmm?
In
I
order
was
for
gonna ask your
the
breakfast
Lord to return,
No, that's
there
the
first
son.
had to be a revealing.
Right.
Esau had to be revealed. The man of sin, the son of perdition. He had to come, he had to be revealed before the Lord revealed himself. And now we're in that time of the revelation of not only the
shade.
prophecy, but of Esau Edom as well. And identifying Esau Edom is a very important part of prophecy. Because the scriptures say that Esau is the end of this world,
Right.
and Jacob is the beginning of it.
That's why Habakkuk say, bro, read it again from verse 3.
Verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time,
Right.
but at the end it shall speak.
Right. And we at the end. We at Esau's reign of terror, and the Lord had to bring him out who he is because he's a major part of prophecy. He's the pivotal of prophecy. Go ahead.
He's a pivotal part.
Right.
And when you look at how the Lord really played chess with him, because he allowed the world to be drunk with this covering cast,
Right.
and it allowed Esau to do wickedness in the open. So now he did so much wickedness in the open, and now he's being revealed, and you add that to his history, nobody can deny it.
Yep. Right.
Because he did these deeds and he didn't hide them. He wrote them in books, he bragged about them. He said he did it for liberty. And then when you bring out the son of perdition and who Esau Edom is and what he would be doing on earth, they match perfectly. And nobody can deny it because the man wrote his own history.
Yeah, he did.
He wrote the deeds himself.
Right.
That's the Lord playing chess with him. You thought you were smart, but you're not smarter than the one who made intelligence. You just a tool.
Hey, this devil got the Jewish encyclopedia, right? You got the 1925 one when it said Edom is modern day Jewry. Then you got the 1971 Jewish encyclopedia that they wrote in there that they started calling themselves Israelites in 1860. They wrote this down, man. Go back to this up.
Can I get a precept first?
Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Psalm 14 and verse 1, the chief musician, a psalm of David. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good.
And when you read the translation in Psalm 10 and 4, when you read the NIV, it says the Edomites seem to think that God is dead because He's letting them do what they want to do right now.
And there was, when you go into the so-called founding fathers, they were what you call deists. Either theists or deists. And that was the belief that God created the world and then just left it to humans.
Right.
And he don't have no say-so in it. And that made them feel more comfortable being wicked. Because in their mind, they wasn't being judged by God no more because he just left it alone.
Hey, and that's heavy.
The Lord did that to them.
Hey, that's heavy because that Psalm 10 and 4, it tell you that they seem to think God is dead. Well, in Psalm 73 and 20, Esau said, "Oh Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image." See, the Lord was asleep for a time, so they got to run off with the Psalm 73 and 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they play like other men. So they've been running off with, but now the Lord is really showing us now that he's really judging them. Now we see that they got a cap on their wickedness, man. Because now they starting to, hey, whoever would have thought Harvey Weinstein to be locked up for 25 years, man. Dude, we talking about the movie mogul. And he done ran through box. He had to interview all these females talking about, yeah, we had to go to the director's couch and we had to hit him before we got in the movie. He done ran through some baddies. This nigga, he on a cane right now in prison. The movie mogul. The Lord is cutting off that what it says in Psalm 73 and 5, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they play like other men. Therefore pride come passing about as a chain, and violence covering them as a garment. Man, the Lord's starting to judge these devils, man.
But he uses Esau to judge his own people.
Right.
Because a lot of these average so-called white people are upset, but it's the rich white people stealing from them.
Yeah, that's it.
Harvey Weinstein, that whole situation, it's rich Edomites that pulled the trigger on them.
That's it.
So all the shit that's happening to them, they blame the so-called minorities, and it's the rich so-called white people stealing from the poor and middle class so-called white people. And y'all blame it black and brown people. That's the delusion.
Yeah, like with this whole NBA scandal, they talking about NBA players, the mafia being involved, but they put Jake out there. Why aren't you going after the mafia in them?
So they can't. The niggas hide. They scared. They some cowards. Go back to this, bro.
If you really want to go after some mobsters, go after these black preachers, man.
Right.
The real mobsters.
Real quick, I'm gonna get this off of Google. This AI overview, deism. It says, I'm gonna read this first. It says some of the founding fathers, such as Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, and James Madison, are considered deists or to have had deistic beliefs, which emphasize reason over revelation and a creator God who does not intervene in human affairs. Deism.
They just ran off the floor.
Deism, a philosophical belief that God created the universe but does not intervene in its operation, emphasizing reason and natural law over scripture and divine miracles. Who you think put that deception in their mind to make them feel comfortable doing the shit that they were doing? The Lord did that. Because as the scriptures say, he created the evil, the wicked for the day of evil. So he gave them a belief system to go full force. That's chess.
Yeah, now they're in trouble as other men. The Lord put that spirit in them, man.
And now you can't do nothing but wait for it. Because you done did the deeds. When we look at your history as a nation of people, if this not the wicked, where and who are they?
Psalms 50, NLT, I'm going to start at verse 16. But God says to the wicked, why bother reciting my decrees and pretending to obey my covenant? For you refuse my discipline and treat my words like trash.
Right.
When you see thieves, you approve of them.
Right.
And you spend your time with adulterers.
Right. And when you go back to when the Lord say, hey, you have no business dealing with my word because you cast it behind you. Hey, Isaac told Esau and Jacob not to get no women from Canaan. But Esau got 2 women from Canaan. Esau know not to eat no raw meat. Right? But he sold his birthright for some lentils and raw meat. Hey, he know to let the meat get well done.
That the Lord watched you fake it, man.
Yeah.
Imagine that you whooping the Lord's people and going to church, holding his words. That's why it ain't nothing but terrible that's coming to this place. The Lord watched you whip so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans back, and then hold the scriptures in your hand like you was doing, like you the son of God. Faking it the whole time. And the proof is in the moment they got clear of it and they didn't need it no more, they threw the words behind them. We don't need this no more. Let's go atheists. Bring out evolution. We out here. We in the trenches now. We God shit. Fuck it. The moment they got a little bit of time to get out past manifest destiny, they threw Christianity in the trash. Only slow Edomites is holding on to that at this point.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm watching that nigga.
Fucking,
No, he hates us.
oh yeah. You gonna get his
He
head?
don't give a damn.
I want to go y'all play.
He mad. It ain't our fault. We ain't do it. We ain't do it.
But yeah, like the brother was saying though, the prime example of Esau treating the words of the Lord like trash is this society. You know, with the whole the alphabet thing. And then you have, like the brother just mentioned, people who actually believe in evolution. Oh, the giraffe evolved from a small horse and it grew a step longer to reach the food. Where was that in the account? Where is that in the scriptures? How does that even make sense? So now you're telling me that over these thousands or millions of years that these people believe it hasn't made another evolution. You still have monkeys on the planet that still haven't evolved yet.
Right. Ain't no in between.
Right, how come they ain't humans yet?
What are transition creatures at? Wait, you can say, all right, give him about 200 years. He won't go up.
Hey,
His hair coming off. Yeah, he a ball monkey. They got a ball monkey clan. They're starting to work their way up to being humans. Why you don't have no 3, 4, 5 cell organism? Why is it only a single cell organism and and complex life? Ain't no fucking in between. This man's slow, but because he got authority, he was able to see the world.
hey, and the fact that you got a lot of people out here that actually believe that the standard of the Lord is barbaric, lets you know that the Esau is treating the words of the Lord like trash. People actually think that the law, statutes, and commandments are barbaric, when in reality, that's the most sane thing that we've ever been given. The laws changing every other month is insane. The way Esau governed this society is insane. But people think that the word of the Lord and the standard of the Lord is barbaric.
I just wanted to say evolution. Evolution is a way of taking away from Noah's Ark. You know, evolution makes Noah's Ark seem like it never happened. Why would the Lord save all those animals, a particular animal, for no reason? You know?
Because the horse got a long neck. Because the horse got a long neck. It's similar to the giraffe.
Yeah, you know how slow that is.
We just gonna say, yeah, he's a giraffe.
Right,
Nigga look at a horse and a giraffe like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, we'll
same
go with
family.
that.
Call it same family.
And everything has an order. You have the clean animal, you have the unclean animal. Everything has an order. There's no such thing as evolution because it would throw off the order of things that Yahweh created
Right.
in the beginning.
Hey, the Lord got a sense of humor, man. But he just showing up. You see what I put over y'all?
Yeah.
See how this nigga
This
thinks?
nigga just threw this shit out.
Yeah.
People held that
Yeah.
shit up.
You see how pissed off y'all made me? I had to put this nigga over y'all.
And I hate this nigga.
And the nigga took everything from Ham. The Lord could have just like, I'm gonna put the Hamites. No. Ham ain't, hey, them some nasty fuckers. But Esau is the nastiest it'll ever get with as a so-called human, because they ain't humans.
It's a nasty time.
He's the nastiest. And the Lord made sure he took Ham shit and said, yeah, I'm them. Yeah, I'm worse than Ham. That's what the Lord gave him. That's what the Lord gave him Mount Seir. No, we're gonna move you. Hey, get the Hamites out of there. Get at the Esau.
This society is really a product of Esau's faithlessness. Everything stems from Esau's lack of faith. Because he didn't have enough faith in the creation story, he had to come up with something else for people to believe in.
Right.
He couldn't believe that the Lord saved the animals on the ark. There's too many animals. Some of them have Lord's thing.
right.
Some of them have the Lord couldn't do that because he had a lack of faith. Now it's an evolution story. Now we come from a single cell organism.
Yeah, that goes back to the garden. When the Lord cursed Cain and said, thy face shall be hid from you.
Right.
What you notice with Esau is out of all the nations, they have some form of spirituality. It's off, it's perverse, but they have some type of spiritual something. Esau is the only one that's completely void of it. And his face is hid. The Lord's face is hid from Esau. That's why he come up with such bugged out ideas. He can't find the Lord, literally. Even other nations have some sense of spirituality. Esau's the only one that's completely void of it. That nigga got to go over there and deal with Buddha in them.
Yeah.
Hey man, you think Ham is wicked? They cut they put the tutorials out. Esau is worse. That nigga worse than that, man. Esau is worse than Ham, man.
Right.
Way worse.
It's organized wickedness. It's a very organized, sanitized version of it.
Right. Ham just nasty. Esau is glorified nasty.
Ham is brutish wicked.
Right.
And that's why the Lord made the perfect wicked for the day
Yup.
of evil.
Yup.
Because it's hidden under everybody's nose. It's normal. The shit that he's done, when you look at the Bible, it's like, this is abomination. It's normalized in the society we live in. If we didn't know this truth, if we didn't have the eyesore, we wouldn't be able to see through it. That's how deep it is.
Hey, because the fact that you have 800,000 women that are kidnapped and trafficked in the society every single year, that's not normal. The fact that you have millions of children that are abducted and sold on the black market for all types of debauchery, that's not normal. But because it happens so frequently in this kingdom, people, it becomes a normalcy, just like death. People see death on the internet and it's like, oh yeah. That's not, you're not supposed to be desensitized to death.
Yeah.
You're supposed to see, because that's one of the ways to put out evil. When you see somebody get put to death, you're supposed to be, oh shit.
That's the fear of the Lord.
But nowadays people see somebody get put to death, they're like, or they keep watching. Yeah. They desensitized to it. That's not normal. The fact that we live in this type of society lets you know how far deep we are into the wickedness of Esau Edom, man.
And it's so much so that if you stand up for what is right, you're outcasted. That's the type of society that we live in today. And the scriptures talk about that this is the type of society you would live in, where they would make a man an offender for a word. The same country that claimed free speech is now penalizing people for that free speech. But it was only set up, free speech was only set up so the proper understanding of the Bible could spread. And now that that's been accomplished, the Lord has put the spirit on the new Nero, which is Trump, the refreshed Nero, to start taking away those so-called rights. Because now we're at the end of this thing. We talk about the end of the world. It's not the end of the physical world. It's the end of an age. We're at the end of an age.
And that's manifesting right now around the globe. Right now in Switzerland, you have Switzerland and Australia, you have a push to remove freedom of speech. And it's happening, at first it happens overseas, and eventually these things migrate over to America.
Because before it came, they got to be perfect. Right. The Lord is perfecting everything outside of the world. Because in China, ain't no free speech. You can't say nothing in China. So before it gets to America, the Lord is making sure it's perfected first. It's going through all the filters, the filtration system, before it gets to America.
Because Moab was partaking with Babylon. And Moab is really Babylon 2.0. And the system they have over there in the land of Moab is complete AI surveillance and complete government autonomy, where nobody can speak against the government. And if you go against that social credit system,
You'll lose everything.
You'll lose everything.
Everything.
And y'all probably look at 2 Ezra 15 and 46.
This is Isaiah 59 and 15. Yea, truth telleth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment.
Because this is actually a righteous thing, to tell our people who we actually are and what's going on around them. Well, again, we live in a society where once you get away from wickedness, you are outcast. And brothers find that out very quickly when you're dealing with your family. The moment you leave the normal culture of your family, you're outcasted. And they may not physically outcast you, but they might ostracize you. Say that you're crazy because now you don't eat shrimp, crab, lobster, things that are scavengers in the earth. You're returning back to the Bible that everybody claims to believe in, and now you're the crazy. But all of these people just been faking it the whole time, claiming they believe in the Bible and then not doing anything the Bible told them to do. And the moment you start to try, because none of our effort is ever going to be justified in the eyes of the Lord, but the moment you start to try, you're made an outcast in this society, which shows you we live in a very dark society that's just been normalized. Wickedness and darkness has just been normalized in this society. So much so that light is offensive.
Right. If I can get this one, I'll just 29 read.
Chapter 29, verse 20. Isaiah 29, verse 20. For the terrible one is brought to naught,
They're watching the so-called white man come down, man. Watching them being brought to naught. Go ahead.
and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off.
Go ahead. Keep reading.
That an offender for a word,
Right.
and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate.
And that's the heritage of the servants of the Lord. It is the word, the testimony is going to offend the majority of the people on the planet. And now Esau is making provisions to punish you for that word. Because he's lost the information war. He was able to convince people that all his evil acts were justified to bring civilization forth.
And it wasn't nobody to go against that, man.
Right.
It wasn't nobody to go against his word.
Until now.
To proof check.
Right.
When they say you gotta, when you go to school, you gotta fact check. No, we fact checking the so-called white man's words. We found out, what did it say? Psalms 119 and 69, the proud have forged a lie against us. Right. He forged a lie against us, man. Everything he said, he lied about the lies that he lied about. His life is a lie, man.
Right. And they walk around with that delusion. The average so-called white person walks around with this delusion that people want to be them.
Right.
Nobody want to be y'all.
Nobody want to be no so-called white man.
Nobody want to have dinner at y'all table, man. Y'all just hoarded the resources so much that everybody got to come to you.
Right.
But they walk around with this delusion that they're actually the good guys in the movie. That everything that they did was righteous.
The worst thing you could be is an Edomite. Thus saith the Lord, man. You got it.
So 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 3. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles. Right. When we walk in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatry.
Right.
Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of right.
The moment you flee black culture, you ostracized. And you think about what comprises of black culture? Eating the anus of a pig? Eating the intestines of a pig is, if I don't want to eat that and throw some hot sauce on it, now I'm going off.
That's a delicacy.
To y'all,
You smell that shit in your house, man. It smell like straight shit when you cook it.
because I don't want to do a crab boil, I don't want to eat gumbo no more. Now I'm weird. That's how it works. That's why the Wadi Habashim al-Shah, Paul is bringing out that we were dealing with this in ancient Rome. So how much more so to revive Roman Empire? We have to resist the same type of shit because we're in the same type of society.
Hey, the nigga made Italian sausages sound so good. It's bratwurst. Italian sausages. This ain't regular kind of sausage. Right. Nigga, isn't pork?
Well, you got people in the streets eating pork. Not just eating pork, but they don't even cook the shit all the way through. They're just eating bloody. This shit is wicked, man. This is a wicked society, and because it's so normalized, and you add technology to it, people don't see it for what it is. This is wicked. This is shit covered in glitter.
Johnsonville, bro. This is the best Italian sauce you can get.
This is shit covered in glitter, man, and they call this progress.
Hey, just like in the ancient world, there's a point in time where going to the gym and butt naked, working out, eating all types of abominable foods, going to the groves and performing all these ritual sacrifices, orgies, and all these things that they did, worshiping Diana, dedicating these altars to all these different gods. There was a point in time where that was normal, and Israel was amongst that.
Right.
Our people was amongst that, just like now. There's a point in time where the chitlins was normal. Getting together for a Thanksgiving, ham, marinated in Coca-Cola dinner was normal.
Yeah.
There was a point in time where worshiping Jesus and shucking and jiving on a Sunday morning and then hopping the Golden Corral for some pork chops was normal. But now, and that's a part of it, and really Esau knows that this shit is not normal.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, they know.
But it says the pride of his heart has deceived him. It's because of that pride that he has departed from, that he is not able to be in line with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He is the wicked. The Lord created him to be like that. And we were just adopting his ways, like brothers always go into. Black culture is an invention of the so-called white man. Okay? This was never our culture. right? Juneteenth and jumping over a broom at your wedding and shit. That's not black culture. That's never been our culture. That's black culture. That's not Israelite culture. And that was, these are all constructs of Esau Edom. And this is a part of Esau sowing his horn. Now that the elect of Israel goes more a part of that number, mainly the prophets is coming out here and actually speaking out against this shit and coming at him with prophecy, with the truth. Esau's lies, they don't work no more, to the point where even the average Jake can see that Esau's been doing nothing but lying and deceiving us, right? So now Esau's to the point where he's like, all right, well, fuck it. I'm proud of it. And what? Them niggas that was in the so-called battle for Wounded Knee, they can keep their medals, and we're proud of what they did. And we co-sign it, and that's final. Slavery, get over it. It's not a big deal. You'd still be in a grass hut somewhere if we didn't come and put you in slavery and colonize you, right? Them Indians were savages. We're actually proud. Now we're gonna stand on our heritage of blood. Esau's at that point where he's like, fuck it. The lie's not working anymore. I'm gonna just show him who I am.
Mask off.
That's why Yahushua has to come. Like brother said, hey, Esau is to the point. Yeah, we did it. What are you gonna do about it? Right.
Hey, if I can only get a couple yourself. You still reading on where you started at next? What verse that is? Yeah.
And the Lord did that. That was the Lord playing chess. The Lord bringing out the prophets and showing the world what's actually going on. Was it forced Esau to have to make another move, because truth cuts straight through the lies, straight through, and it don't take a long time. You think about all the years and decades and centuries Esau spent lying. Look how quickly the truth cut through it. Look how quickly the truth cut through it. It took him centuries to come up with these lies. And the truth cut through it in a matter of decades, man.
Hey, they read this, reread that. I want to get these out of the way, because the spirit. Read Ephesians 2:1.
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 1.
Just going back to what bro reading right here. We're going to go back to the Ephesians. Go ahead.
And you hath he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins.
Right, go ahead.
Wherein in time past he walked according to the course of this world.
According to the course of this world. That's how we used to walk. Go ahead.
According to the prince of the power of the air.
The so-called white man. Go ahead. Because the spiritual demon saying got fifth seed on earth. Go ahead.
The spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
And see now, the separation, man. The Lord that made that separation, the lies of the so-called white man don't work on the remnant. And 2/3 don't matter. It only matters what the remnant believe. Go ahead.
Among whom also we all had our conversation in times past,
right,
in the lust of our flesh.
Go ahead.
Fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind.
Of the mind. Esau had the mind. Go ahead.
And were by nature the children of wrath, even as others.
That's the point. Go back to give me the Titus 3:3.
Titus 3:3.
Yep.
For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts.
It's all about the eye. Esau is eye candy. Jake need to see it. If Jake can see it, they believe it. But seeing is not believing. That's a lie. Seeing is not believing. I just did a lesson the other day, man. Seeing is not believing. Hey, it's the faith, it's the spiritual that makes real, man. Go ahead.
And pleasures,
right?
Living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another.
That's what Esau wanted. He had us hate one another. The Lord done cleaned this up. Now Judah and Ephraim come back together. Go ahead.
But after that, the kindness and love of the Heavenly Father, our Savior toward man, appeared.
That was the point. This is Colossians 3:5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. For which things sake the wrath of the Lord coming from the children of disobedience, in the which ye also walked sometime when ye lived in them. But now ye have also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth, which is philosophy of the so-called white man. Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him.
It's 1 Peter 4:3. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have brought the will of the Gentiles.
See, All them scriptures, Ephesians 2, Titus 3, this Colossians 3, all go back to this Peter, man. Go ahead.
When we walk in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatry.
Living a good life, partying. What Jake did in Exodus 32 and 5, when Moses went to get the law from the Lord, said they rose up to eat and play, man. Go ahead. That's all they like doing. Go ahead.
Hey, that's why they had a big problem with Paul when he came with the message.
Right.
Because them that worship Diana, like the brother was talking about, was like, hell no, this guy's talking about our money.
Right.
But he says, wherein they're thinking strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you, who shall give an account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead. For this cause was the gospel preached, also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to God in the spirit.
So now we dead to what the so-called white man got to say. We don't care what he got to say. We don't need that validation, man. The Lord have given us, when it said Psalm 23, that rod and not staff, the Lord got Proverbs 5. We got our own water to drink from, our own cistern. The Lord has foolproof us like, man, y'all know it's been here the whole time, right? But I had y'all to go through that so to show y'all I'm the one. Without me, it ain't nothing, man.
And wisdom brings forth discipline.
Right.
The scriptures talk about this place being a place of lasciviousness. We go into that word, it means unbridled lust. And that's all these people express. It's unbridled lust. No morality, just unbridled lust. Whatever lust you can afford to partake in, you can partake in it if you got enough fiat currency. No discipline. And that's why the husbandmen of the earth, which are the 12 tribes under Yahweh Shai, have to be set up to till the earth in its proper fashion.
Ain't nobody got time to play games, man. This is deadly serious. I want to read this.
And I was speaking about this last night. This is the part of the baptism, you know, that
Right.
was speaking about. Baptism is by the word, right?
Woman, Isaiah 65:2. I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walked in a way that was not good. And that way we just read these four different chapters was the ways of the so-called white man, which walked in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. And people that provoked me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice in gardens and burn incense upon altars of brick, which remain among the graves and larger than the monument, but not the church, for all the houses. This is the point I want to make, which eat swine's flesh, and a broth of abominable things is in their vessels. And that broth of abominable things is a gumbo of philosophers. It's a gumbo of the self-proclaimed white man's philosophy.
Right. Yep, because it goes into the physical and the spiritual.
Right.
Because all Esau did was take all of the philosophies of ancient societies and just blended them all together. This is why the Starbucks sign is a sign of Asherah.
Yep. Diana bitch ass.
But people don't know that. And then Diana borrowed from another idol before her.
Yep.
It's all recycled idolatry. And that's what this society is. It's a buffet, an a la carte of idolatry.
And then we got Wendy. That's Diana and goddamn Asterisk. And when you look into the subliminal message in Wendy's, right up under her collar it say MOM, which is mom. Go to Google and type in Wendy's logo and look at the subliminal message. It got mom on the collar, man. Meaning this where you gonna get your food from.
This is Babylon. It's obvious that America is Babylon the Great.
Right.
It's obvious. That is obvious. This is not a God-fearing country. That's obvious. That is being made manifest. It's being made plain. The delusion that America's the good guy in the movie is being made, is destroyed.
Right.
That narrative is being destroyed. And the Wadi al-Bashir shot it, that deception is no longer working on this.
And people engage in all this madness because the so-called white man gives them license to do all that.
Right.
So it's really who they are. They are wicked, they are evil, and they go along with the so-called white man because even when the truth is brought out, even when the correction comes by way of the prophets, because this is who they are, man. That's why it's only an elect remnant that's gonna return to the Heavenly Father and be delivered. Meanwhile, 2/3 of our people, they have to be destroyed because they're too far gone. This is what they want to do, right? When it comes to Jacob's trouble, people that talk about a shit hit the fan scenario, They tell you about how people are gonna, because of no 911, no law enforcement, no shame, right? They're gonna go ahead and engage in cannibalism, rape. They're gonna engage in theft, murder, right? It's really their true colors coming out, right? It's not just a resorting. It's not just a last resort because you're in a desperate situation. These people do this shit on a daily basis. It's normal for them to do that. Eve's talking about she really about to sell this box if the food stamps run out. And the shit ain't even bad right now. She getting on TikTok for free and just declaring it like, yeah, I'm about to do this and who gonna stop me? What? Like,
hey, that's what the Lord said, pray not for these people for their good. Because everything they saying right now is, in the eyes of the world, like, this is how I gotta feed my kids, so it's a good thing. No, man, that shit is madness. You gonna have a nigga waiting with that scrap. And you ain't gonna get paid nothing.
That's why the standard of the Lord is so important, because it don't matter what situation that our people find themselves in, you're supposed to trust in the Lord. You're supposed to understand that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is the provider of good, evil, destitution, provision, right? Whether you're a base or you abound, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is in control. It's not the situation. It's not the world. It's not the circumstance. It's not Esau eating the so-called white man. So,
going into, no, you can finish, I got something.
I was just gonna say, like, it's not the circumstance that is supposed to determine your actions. Yahweh Hashem, you're supposed to trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and know that he's in control. It said, be still and know that I am God. I am the Most High. Don't nothing happen without his permission, right? But these people, they're going to resort to all these things because really they always wanted to do this. So when lawlessness pops off, their true colors is going to come out.
Especially Edom. Edom gonna really show you why we call him the devil. He gonna show you better than we can tell you when the shit hit the fan. I want to say, I don't want to say it's the Proud Boys, but you got a lot of far right, so-called white supremacists. They're all right. They have what they call a boogaloo. They have a term called the accelerationists, and that's those Edomites who subscribe to so-called white supremacy. And their idea is that the government can't do it. They gotta force this issue. They gotta force shit to hit the fan so they can get out here and get active. So they override the government. They say, in their mind, the accelerations, if you look it up, the government cannot help save the so-called white race. So in their mind, they gotta derail the government and really get out here and get busy. And they call it a boogaloo. They're getting prepared, they're getting prepared for what they call a boogaloo, and that's when shit hit the fan, and they can really get out here and get active.
That's how the sedition gonna play out.
Exactly. And that's amongst so-called white supremacy. Right. They with it too. Right. They with taking down their own government, and that goes in the 2nd Edgerton 15th chapter.
They got to, otherwise there ain't gonna be no food. They families ain't gonna be able to thrive and survive. So they're gonna have to. And it's already written that it's gonna happen. Going back to Yahweh prevailing, man. He said he's going to prevail against his enemies.
No, the Lord using that. You got it.
That was it. Hey, Yahweh said he's going to prevail against his enemy, man, regardless. Whether you believe it or not. It's going to happen.
You got it.
Accelerationism is a range of ideologies that call for the intensification of processes such as capitalism and technological change in order to create radical social transformation.
Yep. So you got those so-called white supremacists who believe we just gotta hurry up and get to the killing part. They just trying to
that's what they good at.
They don't want to vote. They ain't trying to go through policies. They trying to accelerate this to get to the end of this. Because they believe wholeheartedly that there's going to be a so-called a race war. Right. And we know that according to prophecy, but they want to accelerate and get to it.
And you can read a lot of what the brother's talking about in the Turner Diaries, which in a lot of countries is banned because it's neo-Nazi material. And in that book, they speak exactly what the brother's talking about. how the government is not going to fix the so-called white flight.
And they know that.
They know it, so they're gonna have to form some type of insurrection. And a lot of those, it's like the Bible for a neo-Nazi, and it's banned in the United States and in some different countries because it incites different violent acts. You know, and a lot of these so-called manifestos, a lot of it can be traced back to them devils reading the Turner diaries, man. But I got something for you. This is our first Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11, going into the verse point earlier about how this is what Jake always wanted to do. They always wanted to make covenants with the heathen. They always wanted to follow after their traditions. You know, because that's the spirit that the Lord gave them at the end of the day. And it's going to be no different here in these latter days. First Maccabees 1 and 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. It pleased them niggas to do it. It wasn't nothing grievous like, oh man, we gotta go make a covenant with Esau, man. No, it was like, they were pleased to go to Esau and be like, yeah, let's cut a deal. Same thing gonna happen with the chip. When they get ostracized from society, when a lot of these niggas think they're not gonna take the chip. A lot of these niggas, a lot of these niggas really think they're not gonna take it. But when their back is against the wall, they're gonna go make that covenant with Esau Edom like they did back in the day. Oh yeah, because the spirit ain't dwelling with them.
I don't have to hold myself to a certain standard. I don't have to be disciplined. I don't have to practice self-control. I don't have to practice temperancy. I don't have to have faith. I can do whatever I want to do, and there's no consequences. This is a judgment-free zone. Nobody can shame me for what I want to do. So they went they all in with Babylon. They all in with the so-called white.
That's appealing to the flesh. We're still shaped in iniquity. So we're still shaped in a body that desires to be wicked. So those type of philosophies is pleasing to Jake's senses. Because that's all it is. It's pleasing to the flesh. The flesh don't have a moral code. Your spirit is supposed to. And your spirit is supposed to govern the body the Lord put you in.
Hey, and the Lord said never trust our enemies. So the minute he get them dumbass niggas to take that shit, he can say, I got you, bitch. I ain't giving y'all nothing.
This the same nigga gave the Northern Kingdom smallpox blanket. Right. You gonna take a jump shot from
I
this
ain't giving
nigga?
y'all no. I just want to see if y'all
That's
dumb
crazy.
enough to go against y'all power.
Hey, well, they believe everything Esau. They believe everything Esau says with this whole evolution shit.
Yeah.
Oh, we came from monkeys, from simians, and some shit. That's all bullshit, right? We're all animals. They're just different types of mammals.
Right. That's what niggas say in this damn book. Negro, the image of God or the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just different types. Man, get your ass up.
No,
No, you niggas is beasts.
Right. Yeah, but that's that mentality of being a brute beast. Just operating off of your 5 senses, operating off of instinct, trying to feed your belly, make yourself feel good.
Hey, if I can read this real quick. Ecclesiastes 3 and 18. I said in my heart concerning the state of the sons of men, that God might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts. For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts. Even one thing befalleth them is even one thing befalleth them. As the one dieth, so dieth the other. Yeah, they have all one breath, so that a man have no preeminence above a beast for all his vanity.
And scriptures say that they turn and think. So the actual sons of God are looked at as the lowest of all humans. And then the lowest of all humans is looked at as the example, the genetic example of what people are supposed to be. That's backwards.
Well, because King Solomon is lamenting the fact that we die. Because we're supposed to be immortal. Right? We're supposed to be dwelling in perfect righteousness and therefore be immortal. But he's mentioning like, well look, we're in a situation where we done fucked up so bad that what's the difference between us and the animals of the beasts of the field? Right. We all perish, we all die. So how could there be preeminence of us over the animals? But Esau takes that shit and runs with it and says that we're the exact same. And so he justifies operating in that animal-like behavior, just off of instinct. Because that's operating completely in the flesh. When you just go off of instinct. The Lord said, well, you have speech, right, to interpret the cogitations thereof, your thoughts, right? And And we have wisdom. We're not just animals out here. We're not the same as these animals. So that evolution shit don't make no sense, right? And then again, that justifies the lawless behavior. So again, when it comes to Esau Edom implementing and mandating that seahid, then they're going to be like, well, what else is there to do? This is the only thing that makes sense.
He's not going to stop.
That's what's cool. It's only going to get worse.
Exactly.
It's only going to keep on. There's no, when it comes, well, the scriptures say, you know, I'm going to grab it. Y'all go.
So I can read this real quick. Psalms 49 and 11. The inward thought is that their house shall continue forever, and that dwelling place to all generations. They call their lands after their own name. Here's the point. Verse 12. Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not. He is like the beasts that perish. So it said they that's in honor. Who is in honor right now? The so-called white man. It said though he's in honor, it say abideth not. He is like the beasts that perish, man.
I got it.
Because he has no understanding.
Right.
You know, the brother quoted, I think that's Sirach, Ecclesiastes 17. You know, where the Lord speaks about the 6:6 that we've been given of understanding.
Right.
You know, beasts don't have any understanding. They're just animals.
Yeah, they just eat all day like cows.
Yeah. Sirach,
And the Lord called himself in Jeremiah 50. He said, you just like a heifer grass
Yeah.
and bellows of bulls.
I got one. This Proverbs 28 and 16. The prince that wanted understanding is also a great oppressor. But he that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days.
Right, in the word, it's like the word wanting means to lack, and the prince that's set in place now is lacking understanding. Esau doesn't have any understanding concerning matters of rulership, matters of righteousness. He has no understanding concerning those matters.
He can never be filled.
That's why the only thing he can do is steal when he get there. He get in a position of power, and all he can do is steal better and kill better. That's all he did with his seat. He got in the seat and figured out a way to steal from people without them knowing it, and then created weapons that killed more people more efficiently.
He became a better liar.
That's all he did when he got in the seat of power, man.
That nigga's the Lord. That nigga's a better liar.
I want to grab these two real quick. Sirach 23 and 16. Two sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is as a burning fire.
And that's Esau because he got a perpetual hatred. From the garden, from Genesis 3. That's heavy, you got it.
It will never be quenched.
Nope, that's our Amos 1, man. That's a perpetual hatred he got with Jacob. You got it.
It will never be quenched till it be consumed. A fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he hath kindled a fire. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave off till he die. So there's no end to
Lord got to
wickedness.
get
Man.
rid of Esau. Man.
You have to get rid of it completely. You have to. That's why the Lord said, so shall ye put evil away from among you. As soon as somebody's going off, you got to put them to death, man. As soon as they commit a sin worthy of death, you have to put them to death so evil doesn't fester and multiply.
That creates a hot mind.
Yeah.
When you let evil fester, people begin to be hot minded.
Which is what happened in 1 Maccabees 1. They say, hey, evil were multiplied in the earth. Behind these Edomites taking rulership, man.
Because once you let it fester, then the train of thought begins to become, oh, the Lord ain't gonna judge me. I can just keep on going.
I can get away with this.
Yeah. Then you
I
start
can get away with this.
Hey, then it says another precept in Sirach that says a wicked man will create an excuse according to his will. Then you start to create excuses like, well, you know, Lord, you know, and then your mind is hot, and then it becomes seared with a hot iron to the point that you can't come back.
What the precept said, be not pacified. Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes 16.
Yeah.
Real quick, just for edification. Sirach 17 and 1. The Lord created man of the earth and turned him into it again. He gave them few days and a short time, and power also over the things therein. So that already makes a difference between man and beast, man and nature. We have dominion over them, right? It says, he imbued them with strength by themselves and made them according to his image, and put the fear of man upon all flesh, and gave him dominion over beasts and fowls. They received the use of the 5 operations of the Lord, and in the 6th place he imparted them understanding, and in the 7th speech, an interpreter of the cogitations thereof. which animals don't have understanding, like the brother mentioned, and speech. They can't talk, right? Counsel and a tongue and eyes, ears, and an heart gave he them to understand. Withal, he filled them with the knowledge and understanding and showed them good and evil.
And so that goes to show you right there that Esau has treated the words of the Lord like garbage, like the brother brought out earlier. Because it's clear, cut, and dry that there's a difference between man and beast. And that difference, that main difference, is understanding. Something that the Lord gave our nation as an inheritance. The Lord gave our nation the inheritance of understanding, of wisdom, of faith. That's something that we inherited from the Heavenly Father through His only begotten Son. The rest of the world can't resonate with that. Ishmael don't know, they don't have no true understanding. They keep some form of the law, you know. They keep some form, but they don't have the true understanding. So likewise Moab and Ammon. Like the brother said, all these other nations have different religions that lead to some form of self-understanding and peace and understanding of a higher power, but it's not the truth. Esau is the only one that don't have that.
I got one. It's Romans 3:1 in the NLT. Romans 3:1 in the NLT. Then what's the advantage of being a Jew? Is there any value in the ceremony of circumcision? Yes, there are great benefits. First of all, the Jews were entrusted with the whole revelation of God. The other nations don't have the whole revelation of God. They don't have a proper, true understanding of Yahweh Shema Shai. That is the gift that was given to us as a nation of people.
Beautiful. I'm going to this. Let me read this. Hey, the 1 Corinthians 1:21 in the NLT, the Lord will not give His wisdom to human mortals, man.
Right.
They can't get it. Hey, this is code right here. Ecclesiasticus 16 in verse 23. He that wanted understanding will think upon vain things. It said he that won't understand it. And since he can't get it, he had to come up with his own. He that wants of understanding will think upon vain things, and a foolish man err in imaginable folly.
They even say in the world that the idle mind is the devil's playground.
Ooh, that's
right?
it.
Well, really, that goes back to the scriptures, because you're supposed to be occupied in the word of the Lord.
Right.
Occupied in prophecies. All the path that you should walk is already laid out for you. We're supposed to be taught this
Right.
from babes.
Soon as it goes.
Right. Our parents should have had this.
Right.
Their grandparents, their parents, grandparents, so on and so forth.
Yep.
Right? That's why it says, go to the old path. Ask your fathers, they will tell thee. Right? Everything's supposed to be already laid out. But Edom, the so-called white man, has put Jake in a state of complete darkness. So now we're over here groping in noonday, trying to find out what to do, how to make it.
Hey, the Lord said, he that wanteth understanding will meditate upon vain things. Because he can't get the understanding of the Lord, so all he can think of is vain shit. That's cold, man.
If I may say this, and that's why the scriptures say that if your eye be dark, how great is the darkness in you? Don't keep paraphrasing. You know, if you're not meditating upon this wisdom, which is the light, then you're going to be full of gross darkness.
You're going to be a dead man walking. Proverbs 21:16. Hey, in Proverbs 29 to tell you, if a king hearkens to lies, all his servants are wicked. I want to read this, I just mentioned this, but you mentioned the one in Job 8. This is Deuteronomy 32:7. Remember the days are old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee.
Going back to the old path, right? Which is our original state. It's our first habitation. That's why I feel so natural when you come back to this truth. Lord, will we be a part of that number? Because if you have it now, it's because you had it at a certain point.
Right.
Wisdom returneth unto her, roughly paraphrasing. And it's natural because it gives you a very simple breakdown of the world you live in today.
Right.
You don't have to ask the same question that our people are still asking to this day. Why is this devil the way he is? You understand it?
Yep.
Where's the world headed? We have a peace of mind of understanding where it's headed.
He that accomplisheth evil cannot do good.
So it gives you-
Jeremiah 13:23.
It gives your mind rest. But
Right.
when you lack wisdom,
Right.
you gotta keep chasing shit.
Right, that's why we sleep good, because now we know the Lord. Now we know why things are in the earth, why they had to play out this way. I want to get this. Ecclesiastes 16 and verse Ecclesiastes 16 and 11, it reads, if there be one stiff neck among the people, it is marvel if he escape unpunished. For mercy and wrath are with him. He is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure. As his mercy is great, so is his correction also. He judgeth a man according to his works. The sinner shall not escape with his spoil, and the patience of the godly shall not be frustrated. So Esau, eventually, going to last night, Yahweh is going to prevail, man. We go back to that Job 18. You hold some? No. Go back to that Job 18. You hold some on?
No.
Start at 5.
So Job 18 and 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine.
Y'all time on.
Yeah, no, we go back to
Go ahead up.
Job 18 and 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out,
right.
and the spark of his fire shall not shine.
I tell you in Proverbs 20 and 27, the candle of man is the Lord's, man. And you can give me that real quick. Proverbs 20 and 27.
And that candle's being reignited, through the word. That candle was dim. It never was extinguished. And that's the beauty. The candle was never extinguished within the elect. It was just dim for a moment in time.
The Lord hid his face.
Right.
As Esau said, when thou awakest, thou should despise that image. So now the so-called white man image is being cast out. Because what it said in Lamentation 4, he was not known in the streets. When you start Lamentation chapter 4, verse 1, it said the precious sons of Zion, right, compared with fine gold, they were scattered into the top of all the streets. Right, but when you go down 9, it said they are not known in the streets, but they were scattered there. So now, the world know that Esau, the so-called white man, is Edomite, and that the 12 tribes of Israel are the Hebrew Israelites. This is the Lord is what he's despising their image and the face power for Israel. Now the world knows. Go ahead.
Proverbs 20 and verse 27. The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord.
Right. See, the spirit of man is the candle of the Lord. Go ahead.
Searching all the inward parts of the belly.
So go back to Job 18.
Job 18 and 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out,
Right, because it's the Lord. Go ahead.
and the spark of his fire shall not shine.
You got it.
The light shall be dark in his tabernacle,
Right, because the Lord put the candle out, man. Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast down.
How y'all doing, brother?
For he is cast into a net by his own feet,
Right.
and he walketh upon a snare. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him.
And the robber is Yahweh Shai. Hey, he said all the traps. He said all them traps for so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. But now his people falling into the trap now. Go ahead.
And the Lord didn't tell him that.
Right.
He said he would live by the sword. He didn't tell him he was going to die
by
by
that
it.
same sword. If it was the same. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The scripture say the Lord is not mocked. What a man soweth, he shall also reap.
Yeah, we teaching, bro. Go ahead.
Verse.
No, you got to
Verse.
speak. No, I was just saying that the Lord says he's not mocked. So if you live by the sword, of course you got to die by it. Esau has this exceptionist point of view where he feels like he's the exception to all the rules. Well, you're not. You're going to fall away like every other kingdom, but the difference is that after 1,000 years of captivity, as a nation on earth, as a family on earth, you're going to be removed.
The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side.
Hey, they made us afraid on every side. They tell you in 2 Corinthians 4, they said, we got these, give me 2 Corinthians 4 and 8. Yeah. Let me read that real quick. Yep. Because they tell you that we was troubled on every side. So now they finna be troubled on every side.
And you got to imagine how frightening this is for the so-called white man
Right.
to actually be exposed for his crimes.
Man.
Because they were able to get away and say, black people sold black people.
Right.
Well, I'm just Brian. I didn't have slaves. Now the truth is coming out, and that's a very frightening thing for them. Because they all benefited from this conquest, if you will. Because they could go to Thailand and get treated like Trump if they just keep their mouth shut. But now they have to pay for that as a nation of people. And they don't like that. That's a frightening thing. To be looked at as the descendants of killers, of criminals. Because they used to being looked at as an individual.
Yeah, right. No. Y'all all from the caves. Yeah, go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 6.
Hey, Crimson, y'all all murderers, man. That's why the Lord said your sins shall be red, but they shall be like wool. They shall be like scarlet, but you're gonna be purified. Because the scarlet, it said red, and it said scarlet. It's scarlet and crimson. It goes back to the so-called white man. But we're gonna be cleaned up, Lord willing.
Hey, even when they came out with that saying it's all right to be white, the whole world was like, hell no, nigga, you a liar.
Right.
Well, it's all right to be white, so it's all right to commit genocide and rape, robbery, and murder. And that got put to rest quick. Because ain't nobody, all the lies and the wickedness of the so-called white man is out for everybody to see.
Yep.
That's why he's trying so hard to remove the internet and freedom of speech on the internet, because the internet has been a great tool of exposure for the so-called white man.
And at this point, man, everybody, especially the elect, they know the Lord now. So, bitch, take that shit down.
Take it down. Because at this point, everybody don't trust you.
Right.
That's why these nations are separated
Take that
from
shit
America.
down.
Because they don't trust you no more.
Good reason.
Yeah.
Hey, they see how these Americans are doing their own citizens. They're like, hey, man, if they're doing their own citizens like that, we don't have a shot. Hey, you got,
Hey, that's why I said they're gonna flee back to their own country.
right.
Jeremiah 51.
You got billions of dollars of aid going to these Amalekites, and you have these people being taken off the government assistance.
Right.
You got billions of dollars going into the military when these military veterans don't even have a place to stay.
Yep. They'll get a check and feed them, but they don't got nowhere to put their food.
Nowhere to stay.
That is savage.
They can't even sleep good on the street at night because somebody gonna pickpocket his ass.
Right. And now you have this epidemic in the military going on because a lot of people are trying to leave. They're trying to get that DDT-14 and leave the military claiming that they have PTSD or some form of ailment. Now they have to leave and then they're trying to petition for full benefits, 100% VA benefits. You have a lot of people trying to leave the military because of the rules that are being implemented now. And a lot of those people that are seeking those benefits aren't going to get them. And a lot of them aren't going to be discharged, and some of them are being discharged, what do you call that?
Dishonorable discharge.
Dishonorable discharge. And if you're dishonorably discharged, you won't be able to have no job,
Yeah,
no
like,
type of
it's like having yeah.
Go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 6. For the Most High, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of the Most High in the face of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It's the by time. Go ahead.
But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of the Most High, and not of us.
Hey, and this is the power of the Lord, showing us that the power of the Lord is shown with this great treasure that we have in the form of this truth being contained in these earthly vessels. These earthly vessels really shouldn't be able to contain all this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The gifts that we've been given. It's a miracle from Yahweh Bashim Shai that we're able to retain the truth. A lot of people are able to read about it, see it, hear it, but they're not able to really understand it.
They got a hole in their vessel.
Right, they got a leak, and it's constantly leaking. That's spiritual power.
Quick, too. Yeah, I want to read this real quick. I want to go back to the joke. Go ahead.
2 Corinthians 4 and 8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed.
Right, that's the point. Because now they finna be trouble on every side. And then it's already happening to them. The niggas in trailer parks, man. They in RVs now. They in vans. Go ahead.
We are perplexed, but not in despair.
Yep.
Persecuted, but not forsaken.
Hey,
Cast down.
we see the curses lifting up off of us and coming upon them in real time. Because now everyone's looking down on the so-called white man. Now everyone knows that he's the basis of men. He's the, his reputation's being tarnished. He's in the trailer parks, you know? He's losing his job. Now everyone's like, man, you know,
Is this the man?
is this the man? We don't like white people no more. Whereas it used to be us having the worst reputation. Now people like Jake.
Lord cleaning Jake up, man.
Yeah, now people want to hire Jake. People like come on the team. We want some diversity. You know, now they see the value in Jake's mind, the inventiveness and whatnot. You know, so hey, the Lord is showing us in real time what He's doing to these damn devils.
It's over, E.
Now, hey, now he's being known as an Edomite.
That's it.
Now he's being known as who he really is, because there's nothing worse than being an Edomite. You say, hey, Esau's a piece of shit. He's worse than he's a gross, blah blah blah. No, he's an Edomite, bro. That's the worst thing you could be. That's an insult in itself.
And then tell you in Job 11:20, the best hope for an Edomite is to give up the ghost. Right. But they don't got no hope. Let's say cast down.
Cast down, but not destroyed.
Right, cast down but not destroyed. They finna be cast down and destroyed. And that's it. You go back to the Job.
Job 18
Come on,
and
you hold something.
yeah, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 7. Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me. I called upon the Most High, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her before scepters.
See, and to tell you in Job 28 and 12 that wisdom of the Lord is not found in the land of the living. So as I just read the precept, Ecclesiastes 16, it said, he that wanted understanding will think on vain things, because it's only one understanding. Ephesians 4 says it's only one baptism. It's only one gospel. So if you don't got that, then all you can think of is what? How to be a wicked nigga. You gotta kill these niggas. What you got? You got some? Yeah, I got we can just let's create Coca-Cola. Let's create Skittles and Snickers and
Starburst.
M&Ms and Starburst and give them to Derrick Rose.
Yeah, you was into that.
I got that. Bro came up.
Yeah.
And nigga, you about to be the best motherfucker in the league, nigga. And you want Skittles to get, that's what get your clock running?
Inflammation demon, boy. That's crazy.
That's,
Bro, you in that position, you could have whatever.
That's where your energy comes from, nigga.
And you want Skittles.
Parasites?
That shows you how destroyed Jake's mind is, bro. You could have had any brand, anything. And you got Skittles, a Skittle machine in your fucking house, bro.
Starburst.
It's like a big ass kid.
Right, Star Candy.
It says, I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed riches nothing in comparison of her. Neither compared I unto her any precious stone, because all gold in respect of her is as a little sand, and silver shall be counted as clay before her. I loved her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light. For the light that cometh from her never goeth out. So the light from wisdom is the light that never goes out. Right? Esau's goodies and his ways of deception, that shit is running out. We're seeing it run out. Right? All the shit that Jake was chasing in the world, that paper chasing and chasing the box and this and that, all there's a honeymoon phase with them things. But the honeymoon, there's no phase with the truth, man. It's always a honeymoon with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's always a honeymoon with Sophia. It's always you at the height of your game. You're always in your prime when it comes to this truth.
That's why it says in our 1 Thessalonians that those who are troubled come rest with us. Because this truth is a true comfort to your soul. It brings, because the fear of the unknown is one of the greatest killers of men. People don't, that's what causes anxiety. And anxiety is a killer. When you don't know what's going on, when you don't have answers, that's what kills a lot of people, man. When we have answers as to why these things are happening, what's going on, and who's bringing it. So we don't live in the fear of the unknown. We have rest for our souls, understanding that this place isn't permanent. You know, this condition, state of hell that we're catching, isn't permanent. And the Lord has given us the tools to defeat it, just like He did. So it gives us comfort in knowing, okay, this is a small battle, because ultimately the Lord is going to allow us to win the war. So we just got to endure, just like the Yahweh Shai did.
Patience, man.
Patience, and we're gonna overcome.
The Lord gonna prevail regardless, man. Oh, you never read that. that 2 Timothy, Timothy 3 and 2 and 13. You get that. Read that real quick. It's like give me to cut you off.
No, you're good. Hey, that's a part of the gospel. You know, a huge people forget. We preach the gospel.
That's it.
You know, they get
The good news.
the good news. It's good news that this place is going to be destroyed.
For us,
Not
yeah.
only for us, but for the nations.
Yeah.
The nations are going. They don't understand it right now. They're just children. You know, they don't. 2/3 of our people don't understand because they're children. But we, Lord willing, the fathers understand this is necessary. The Lord willing, we're the pillars of the world to come. We understand this is what's necessary in order for righteousness to be established and rest to be allowed.
John chapter 14 and verse 27. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid.
Right? The Lord gave us.
No, go ahead.
The Lord gave us peace. You know, peace to our souls. And what is the proprietor of that peace? The Spirit of the Lord, the understanding of Yahweh Shai. That's what leads to that peace in our spirit, so that when we walk around in this world, although it's a vexation, if we're not overcome by vexation.
We know the Lord doing everything, man. He's in control.
Because we understand what's going on around us now. We understand that the wicked is supposed to be the wicked.
Right.
We understand that we're going to we're supposed to go through trials.
And you know, it's crazy. It's like just real quick. But we had that thought of man, the so-called white man doing all this shit.
Yeah.
No, he ain't doing nothing, man.
Yeah.
The Lord doing all that.
And the Lord is doing it all for what? Like it says in Romans 8, for our good.
Good. Yep. Jeremiah 24.
Yep.
He said he's going to send the basket of good figs and the basket of evil figs. They all going into captivity, but for the basket of good figs, it's for their good.
Yep.
But the basket of evil figs is for their evil.
Right. Hey, Hebrews 12 will link up with that too.
Yeah.
The Lord said that fathers of the flesh chasten us after their own
Yep.
pleasure,
Their own
but the Lord for our good, man.
Man, that's right.
So we have understanding, which is a great comfort, and it leads to peace in our walk. And you can see how much more peaceful brothers are becoming as the days go by.
Yeah.
Brothers are growing in the spirit, really, every single day, and becoming more peaceable in Yahushua, and understanding our personal walk, you know, the walk that we have with Yahushua, because you have an understanding with the Lord yourself. You talk to the Lord every day, don't you? Or you should. Y'all gotta understand. You talk to the Lord. Y'all know how y'all are.
Personal relationship.
Yeah, the Lord know how you are on your day-to-day walk. You have that understanding, and the Lord give you different signs of the peace that He's given unto you.
Right. That's heavy for Christianity to say you gotta have a personal relationship with Jesus.
Yeah.
But they actually don't understand shit because they still live in hell.
Right. They got a personal relationship with a demon.
Yeah.
Hey, on your daily walk, the Lord will give you a 144 sign. To let you know, hey, things are gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Or you run across 666, and it's like, okay, we got the victory over the beast. Or he'll give you number 3, all threes, understanding.
Yeah.
You know, you'll walk across somebody's sidewalk, and it'll be trust in the Lord or something like that, written in chalk. The Lord work in those small ways to show you, I'm with you.
Yeah, every
Hey, that's
time.
heavy, it's lucky. Because, you know, women, they always say it's a small thing.
Yeah.
And us as the Lord's woman, He show us the small things like, damn, the Lord with me, man.
Hey, yeah, I was
I
about
love
to say,
you, Lord.
every sign is a good sign when you have the Lord, man. Everything that we see is Romans 8 and 28. All things work together for the good of them that are the called according to the Shai's purpose. So you come to when you have that peace, it's like, man, I know the Lord is in control. And He promised us salvation. He promised us, you know, thoughts of peace, thoughts of good. He promised us an expected end. So we don't got nothing to worry about. I wanted to grab this. Galatians 6 and 14 in the NLT. This was bold. As for me, may I never boast about anything except the cross of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Because of that cross, my interest in this world has been crucified, and the world's interest in me has also died. And we wouldn't have it no other way, man. But we completely lost interest in this world. The world lost its interest in us. That's why, look, we don't want nothing to do with y'all, man. And we see it. And y'all see it. But you still can't resist that light, though.
Hey, that's why the opinions don't matter. Because what you got to say on the grand scheme of things really don't matter because we know what we worship and we get. Hey, but we know what we worship. Therefore, we have peace in this world because we know what we worship. And this world is dead to us. You know, we're dead to the world. And it's no better a state to be in because as we understand the will of the Lord, this world is going to perish. So why be invested in this world if it's going to perish? And in the understanding that this world is going to perish, we move with confidence. Because we understand that nothing here really truly matters in the grand scheme of things because the Lord has a society far better being prepared for us. A society where we're actually going to be allowed to be men, to be Israelite men, to glorify the Lord in his entirety, you know, to rest, to put our shoulders down. We're going to dwell peaceably amongst ourselves. Our children are going to be able to go outside and we don't have to go out the door and look for them.
Right.
We're going to have a peaceable society. We're going to have nations serving us. We're going to have a job in the kingdom. We're going to have an alarm clock in the kingdom. That's the type of society that's being prepared for us. It says in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter, that rest is allowed.
Hey, and you women ain't going nowhere. Hey, I just thought about this. Just popped in my head just now. Y'all ass ain't going nowhere. But you gonna love it though. Kids get to go outside. Your ass don't.
Isaiah 26:1. In that day shall this song be sung in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. Salvation will the Most High appoint for walls and bulwarks. Open ye the gates, that the righteous nation which keepeth the truth may enter in.
Oh, that goes into Psalm 65, man. The Lord said he called the men into his courts. Can't get in there if the gates ain't open. We got it. Read that again, up.
Isaiah 26:1. In that day shall this song be sung in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. Salvation will the Most High appoint for walls and bulwarks. Open ye the gates, that the righteous nation which keepeth the truth may enter in.
And it starts now. It has already started. Since 69, 70, man, it has already started.
Hey, before pointing that too, it says walls shall be our salvation shall be our walls. We won't need a fortification anymore. Just like Jerusalem was fortified. We won't need a fortification. Salvation is going to be our fortification. Yahweh Shai is going to be our fortification.
Right.
There's no need for a military because Yahweh Shai is going to be, he's going to be him.
Right.
And there's going to be chariots over every house.
Just for the sake of our chariots anyway.
Oh yeah, the feeble amongst us shall be as David.
What's the heathen war? You gonna get zapped.
We're going to be the weapons of mass destruction.
Right.
Verse 3, thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee.
Like perfection of peace, which we had a glimpse of peace during the reign of King Solomon for 40 years, but that wasn't the perfection of peace. The Lord is preparing the perfection of peace, which is going to be what? Everlasting. It's not going to have a cutoff date. Oh, well, you know that King Solomon will die probably in about 220 years, so we're probably going to have 120 years of peace here. No, it's not going to have a cutoff date. Yahweh Shai is not going to die. We're not going to die in the kingdom. Contrary to popular belief.
No problem.
Thank you for prayers.
No problem.
I just read all that. Look at the salvation by the Bible. God bless. I love you all. You're beautiful guys.
When you have perfect peace, you gotta be the glory and light of the Lord, man. Perfect peace. Nobody knows what perfect peace is. Nobody.
For us, a glimpse of that is going to be in those perfect bodies where we're able to glorify the Lord in his entirety. Right now, in these bodies, we can't glorify the Lord like he deserves to be glorified. But in those new bodies, we're going to glorify the Lord in 100%. In 100%.
And in the grand scheme of things, even that was good. Let's talk about man at his best advantage. So even as beautiful as we're going to be in the kingdom, we can never truly glorify the Lord as he is. Because he's endless. He's infinite. Infinitely great. There's no prayer you can do to match that. But that's the beauty of living forever. You get to enjoy that experience forever with the Lord.
That's gonna be a beautiful thing to like. It's gonna be beyond our imagination being in the kingdom, and man, just our bodies alone, just looking at yourself in the mirror, you're gonna be like, man, the Lord, man, look at what He did. Look at this new body He gave me, and look at the power that I wield. Look at this. And yet and yet this is still nothing compared to the Heavenly Father, that all His majesty. That He is, man. Like the scriptures say, wherefore in some He is all. Because we could never describe Him and do Him justice with our words, right? And that's not something to be discouraged or disappointed at. That's something to be like, look at the power that we serve. Look at everything that He gave us, and it's only going to get better.
You gotta remember, the Lord is everything in the heavens is the Lord. It's not just Him sitting. Everything in the heavens, the heavenly realm, this realm, all is drawn from the Spirit of the Lord. At a certain point, it was just the Lord. And then it was the Lord in Yahweh Shah, and then it extended further. So you can't worship, you can never truly worship a power the way He deserves to be worshipped when He's beyond words. He predates words. He predates our cogitations. He predates all of that. There's no way to truly magnify a power of that magnitude. There's no way to do it. But the Lord's going to give us the opportunity, the experience, the legacy to live forever, see Yahweh Shah, who's the firstborn of creation, and have Him dwell amongst us forever.
That's why Yahweh Shah is so important, and it'd be really like aggravating that these niggas are so disrespectful towards our Lord, man. The King of Kings. You can't understand the Heavenly Father. We could never, man. You can't even describe it. You can't even really explain it. But yet, He gave us Yahweh Shah so that we could come to an understanding. As feeble as we are in His sight. He said, hey, thou worm, O Jacob, fear not, because I'm with you. And He gave us Yahweh Shah so that we could even step close to Him. To even have any sort of connection.
Yeah, Yahweh Shah to become a worm.
Right.
That comfort us, man. To be made in the flesh like His brother. That's the comfort.
That He put our Lord in the same position.
The Lord is the same position.
Bro, like you don't get no, bro, it don't get no better than Yahweh Shai.
Hey, they say, can any good thing come out of Nazareth? So He came straight from the hood.
He gets told.
Yeah, the lowest of the low. You got it.
Bro, that show you how humble Yahweh Shai, abased Himself. And that show you how much the Lord loves us.
Right.
That He gave His daily delight for our sakes. To allow us to even get any sort of understanding. Like even
you read that, when it say He was Yahweh's daily delight, the next verse say, and the remnant men of Israel is Yahweh Shah's daily delight. It said it in the next verse, in verse 31. Get it, bro. That one is you still reading on that? That was it on that? You had some more on that.
Yeah. Isaiah 26:3. That will keep him in perfect peace.
Right.
His mind is stayed on thee, because he trusted in thee. Trust ye in the Lord forever, for in the Lord Yahweh is everlasting strength. For He bringeth down them that dwell on high. A lofty city He layeth it low. He layeth it low even to the ground.
Babylon the Great, America.
He bringeth it even to the dust. The foot shall tread it down, even the feet of the poor, and the steps of the needy. The way of the just is uprightness. Thou most upright dost weigh the path of the just.
Keep reading the next verse.
Yea, in the way of thy judgments, O Lord, have we waited for thee.
Wait on the Lord, man. Hey, what He says, Zephaniah 3, wait ye upon me. So I'll rise up to the prey. You got it.
The desire of our soul is to thy name,
Right.
and to the remembrance of thee. With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yea, with my spirit within me will I seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness.
The Lord let us seek the Lord led us to Him before it got bad, man. You got that?
Blessed is the man whom thou choosest.
Right.
We didn't choose the
That's
Lord.
it.
Lord willing, he chose us.
Lord willing, man.
That is
That's
one
it.
of the highest compliments you can have in this lifetime, is to have the Lord draw near unto you.
Man.
That's the highest honor the Lord can give you as a man in this world, especially an Israelite man, is the Lord drawing near unto you and giving you the spirit to receive his truth. That is the highest expression of I'm with you. That's why it's like, what else can the Lord do for you? To show you that he's with you. Why would you doubt? When the Lord's done everything he can to put you in a position of mercy and honor.
That's that Romans 1 where it says they change the truth of the Most High to a lie. And that shows you how much the world really reviled Yahweh Shem Shai. They really reviled the truth.
Preaching, wasn't creating.
Right, because they changed it to be, oh, well, I found Jesus. I accepted him, and I'm saved. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, that's the Proverbs 29 and 26. It say many seek the ruler's favor. Many seek the ruler's favor. I got it.
Proverbs 8:30. Then I was by him as one brought up with him,
Right.
and I was daily his delight.
And that's, you got to remember, that's an intimate. There's no closer relationship than Yahweh and Yahweh Shai amongst the spirits. Because at a certain point, it was just them two. And then you can imagine Yahweh, and this is the first thing he created himself, and being able to be like, this is little me. This, you say, his daily delight. Imagine your firstborn, you looking at him, you like, he here. That's the joy the Lord had in creating Yahweh Shai. That's it's so beautiful that we don't get to understand that relationship before in those two bodies. It's going to be a perfected understanding. Because even now, the more we know, the less we really want. It's like you hear about Isaiah 4:1, but it's like the more you go and understand, it's like, whatever. Because you get locked into the mission. And it ain't just for what you stand to gain from it. It's because it's the right thing to do. What else is there to do? This ain't a transactional relationship. This is a father and son relationship. And we have the principal son as our example. That's why there's no room for doubt. There's no room for doubt at this point. The Lord has done everything that he can to show you he's with you. It's up to you to embrace that or not.
Rejoicing, always. Then I was by him as one brought up with him.
Okay, let me say this, because the only option left after that point, if you don't embrace it, it's going to go to take you. So that you will learn to appreciate it. Or not. Because eventually all the blessings that the Lord gives you, all the comfort that the Lord gives you, you keep dismissing it, so strip it away. So strip it.
Give it to someone else that's going to appreciate it.
That's what scripture say. Give it to somebody else.
Then there was the guy with one talent. He was so afraid, he stayed still. He didn't grow at all. He was so scared, he stayed still. There's a balance between the fear and reverence of the Lord when you have to get into a point of all right, let me be an asset. Let me show my appreciation to the Lord. I know it'll never justify me, but if you just so scared, you stay still. You don't ever embrace the faith that the Lord has put in you. Then you're not gonna grow. Paul talked about abounding. That's not just in what you remember. It's also in how you express this truth.
Then I was by him as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways.
See, he said, Yahweh Shai said, his delight is in the sons of men. So he said, what? What did he say after that?
Now therefore hearken unto me.
Hearken unto me, because the book was written of him. Go ahead.
O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways.
See, it is only given to the remnant, man. So, man, as Yahweh Shai is Yahweh's daily delight, the elect is Yahweh Shai's delight, man.
That's why he said, let them be one as we are.
Right.
We all on the same accord. We all on the accord. Let the elect be on the same accord with us. And that's the elect. Lord, when we be a part of that number, they have that relationship in earthen vessels. And it ain't a flex for them per se, but it is it's a miracle. You can't say nothing short of it. With all the things Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans were faced with, for you to have this truth in this body, in this day and age, it's nothing short of a miracle. And that's the Lord saying, look, come here. You mine. Granny them, uncle them, but you, nah, you come here. That's such a beautiful expression of the Lord's mercy to you. That it goes without words, man. But it gets greater. It turns into physical deliverance. It turns into miracles. It gets greater.
Right.
That's why we have so much to look forward to. You can't have a dark cloud in it.
Hey, thinking up to that point that the brother's talking about, and thinking up to that point to where the Lord has led you from a life of lasciviousness, the manner, living after the manner of the Gentiles, up until the point to where you come to the realization that you are called. That mercy that the Lord has shown you up to that point alone, it's like, wow, like, the Lord has shown me so much mercy, even in the world.
Separate.
The Lord separated you in the world. Right. From the womb to the world and to the point that the brother was speaking about, the Lord has shown so much mercy. And now when you come into the understanding, you reflect sometimes and you reflect on the mercy that the Lord has shown you. And it's like, wow. And then you understand, like the brother said, that there's more to come for those who continue to trust and believe. It's like, man, you can't best that, man.
This is John 17, verse 17 it reads 16. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is true. And
you know what's cold? The Lord did a beautiful bait and switch. Brothers was in the world, you first hear the truth, like, oh, we got a kingdom waiting for us? That's true. But with the elect, they start to transcend that point. And it becomes about more than just, oh, I ain't no slave, I'm a king. Oh, they gonna be my slaves. I'm gonna be in there saying, kick that shit up, boy. The elect start to transcend that, and then it's like, no, I'm home now. I was lost. I'm a product of something. I'm home now. I don't even give a damn about. I'm home. I got a relationship with my Father again.
Right.
And it becomes about that. And so much so that once you even get into the kingdom, Lord willing to be a part of that number, all of that stuff is as beautiful as it is, it's just going to be here compared to the relationship. And that's where the Lord always wanted us to be at from the beginning. We just had to take the scenic route to understand that and appreciate it. That's the Lord, man. This is,
bro, think about Jake stuck on that shit. Like, bro, think about after the 1,000 years when Esau's gone. Ain't nobody gonna be thinking about Esau. We're not gonna be thinking about, yeah, I had him doing this, and yeah, I was killing him in this way and doing all that. Like, ain't nobody gonna give a shit about Esau after he's gone, man. We're not even gonna remember that nigga, man.
Say he gonna pass away as a dream, man. Yeah, he's not gonna say this is gonna be over, man.
We got bigger things to explore. We got the Lord to explore, man.
We got forever to do it. Right.
Yeah. You don't worry about no the so-called white man. I give it 300 years probably. 300 years, gonna be like, let him take care of that nigga now.
Right.
I'm about doing the Lord's work, man.
You're gonna have chariots, man. Like, bro, think about a chariot. Just that alone.
Chariot. That would be
Like, what does it sound like in there?
Like,
What does it look like? Like, what are them crowns that Yahweh Shah is going to place on each of the 144,000 men's heads going to look like?
How's that ceremony?
What that wine going to taste like?
Oh, for real.
That's right.
Man, one sip that.
That's right.
I need them at Jelly Bottoms for that wine up, man.
No side effects, no nothing. None of that, man.
I was trying to love that wine, man.
Right.
The ultimate drink.
That's why they say
Wait.
brother.
Wait. Hey, for Yahweh Shah to wait to drink, that's a heavy thing, man.
We
We
got
got to wait, not to drink wine. Then he drink what he let, man. Again.
You have to first think the highest expression of integrity under Yahweh. The highest expression of integrity. As the older brother, he could have took the first portion and just said, he could have been a tyrant. He wouldn't have been wrong because it was made for him by him. But what he said, I'm going to wait till I I shared with y'all. I'm waiting for y'all to come to the same time. The first begotten of the dead. The prince of the kings of the earth. These are the titles that a lot of these, and it's coming back. It ain't far off of it. He was tortured and he was put to death, and sometimes brothers be born in that like it happened yesterday. But what's the joy? He's coming back. He got the victory over it.
You know how a baby's laugh is very contagious? Imagine how a child laughing in joy for us, for, you know, seeing his brothers, man, and I know the elect. Yeah, man.
What good
Everybody gonna be laughing. It's gonna be contagious as hell. You can't help but laugh and smile.
What good is it? You got a 10-bedroom mansion, 10 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, and it's just you and that bitch.
Right.
You're all by yourself.
Man.
That's why 2/3, when they get to that higher level, there's a certain survivor's guilt. You know, Jake on this side, they sell their body or whatever the case may be to get to this certain level, and then there's a certain level of survivor's guilt because again, our people are still in the lower state. Yeah, you can reign over them as kings, but you're still in the lower state.
It's John 17, and I'm gonna start at 15.
That's why it's better to wait for the Commonwealth.
Right.
Well, all of our people are cool. Well, you don't have to ignore Jake that's struggling to have your own little personal heaven.
Right. You walking past the street, you like,
It's crazy, yeah. Jake iced out. He just
right.
Right.
like, nah, man. We want to wait for our family as a whole, and that's a father-like mentality. That's why Yahweh Shai is known as what? The everlasting father. Because to a degree, he's also a father. He made these things under the instruction of his father, our father Yahweh.
And it came through him. That's why he's the everlasting father. Going back to Adam, man.
And the elect are what? The fathers of the kingdom of heaven.
They cut
You're going to bring your family back.
Because the bloodline, my bad. The blood lineage started with Yahweh Shai's Adam, man. He started his own lineage, man. That's why he's the everlasting father in Isaiah 9. This is and this gonna be his realm. Earth is Yahweh Shai's realm. John 17 and 15. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. Here's the point I want to make. Verse 19. And for their sakes, I sanctified myself, that they also may be sanctified through the truth. And when you go to Hebrews 2, it tells you, let me read it real quick. Hebrews 2, reading this point. This is Hebrews 2 in verse 11. For both he that sanctifieth and they who are sanctified are all of one, for which cause he is not ashamed to call them brothers. So this is the same precept in Hebrews 2 and 11 that's in John 17, man. He said, for their sakes I sanctify myself, that they may be sanctified. So read this.
2 Corinthians 8 and 9. For ye know the grace of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, that though he was rich, yet for your sakes he became poor, that ye through his poverty might be rich. And
that's it, man. So the Ephesians 2 and 11, the Commonwealth of Israel, it's Yahweh Shai, man. But that was the point. Yeah, go ahead.
Matthew 11, and I'm going to start at verse 26. Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight, all things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Father, no man knoweth the Son, but the Father. Right. Neither knoweth any man the Father, save the Son, and he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him.
That's it. That's the elect men of Israel, man. That's why I tell you in Revelation 14 that no man can learn this song but 144,000. And it's from Yahweh Shai to the elect men. Hey, man. Yeah, I want to get with Isaiah 32, going back to that perfect peace. So this, I got it, bro. This is Isaiah 32. I'm going to start at verse 15. It reads, until the Spirit be poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness be a fruitful field. Remember the wilderness we call hell. And the fruitful field be counted for a forest. Then judgment shall dwell in the wilderness, and the righteousness remain in the fruitful field. Ain't gonna be no more judgment in the kingdom amongst Israel. It's gonna be on the heathen nations now, right? And the work of righteousness shall be peace, and the effect of righteousness, quietness, and assurance forever. Then it said, what the curse is Deuteronomy 28, we're gonna have no assurance of our life. And my people shall dwell in a peaceable habitation, perfect peace, and in sure dwellings, and in quiet resting places.
And that's that salvation.
Yeah.
It ain't just accepting the Lord and now I'm saved. It's all good. Like I said, salvation shall be our walls and bulwarks. Evil being completely trodden down. Evil being destroyed, the wicked being brought down low. You know, the proud looks, this mindset of like the brother brought out, unbridled lust. That all encompasses salvation. That's being delivered from our enemies. Because it's because we're under Esau Edom that all of this shit is happening. All of this shit is the way it is. You know? But that perfect peace can't come unless all these prophecies come to pass, unless Esau gets taken out, unless 2/3 get reset, you know, and unless we get out of this flesh.
Right. Salvation, that's the saving from corruption. You know, right now we're corrupt beings, we're in chains of darkness. You know, and we disrespect the Lord unwillingly. You know, now that we've returned to the knowledge, a lot of the times we still disrespect the Lord unwillingly. You know, so salvation is going to come with those new bodies to destroy that corruption. Right? You know, there's going to be no more need for judges amongst the perfect people. You know, you don't have to judge Israel anymore. The nations are going to have to be the recipients of that judgment now from then on. You know, we're going to be saved from our enemies, saved from corruption, saved from sin. You know, saved from death.
Hey, and if you don't believe it, read this.
2 Timothy 2:13.
Yeah, how wish I go prevail for this, you guys.
If we believe not, yet he abideth faithful.
He abideth faithful. If we believe not, he abideth faithful. Go ahead.
He cannot deny himself.
He cannot deny himself. So when he read that last night, I hit him with we read the Numbers 23 and 19. But it said the Lord is not a man that he should lie, right? Neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Have he said it? Shall he not make it good? Hey, the Lord, man, that's beautiful.
And we see the Lord making good on his words now.
Right.
It's not like the words of the Lord are falling upon vain intentions. Every single purpose of the Lord is being accomplished.
It's the visitation that we see.
Exactly. That's the visitation, the words of the Lord being accomplished. And it's going to continue to be accomplished until Yahweh Shai establishes his belief.
Right. Oh, with the Isaiah 6:26, that give him no peace, he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth, man. But we see, the so-called white man he's going down, man. And it's a Antiochus effect, man. The Lord is destroying these Edomites from the inside out, man. And the world see it.
And even now, he's really an afterthought.
Right.
I mean, we have to discuss him for the sake of prophecy.
Right.
But really, he's an afterthought. The power that he's been able to wield over our people, he no longer has that power with the elect. The elect, the Lord's given them the spirit to see right through him. You know, I was thinking about this earlier this week. Our people had an understanding of death in the ancient world, which is why Esau gave our people such brutal deaths. Because our people didn't mind dying because we already understood it. So you can turn it up a notch. All right, well, he's going to die painfully. Us being given this understanding again, Esau loses that power.
Yeah.
Because the main thing he holds over our people's head is the fear of death. Once you're free from the deception of what Esau has made death look like, a lot of his tools don't work no more. You can see right through it. And that's the peace of mind that the elect have. And it's not just going to stay at peace of mind. It's going to continue to go from glory to glory.
Isaiah 2, Verse 17. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down.
And loftiness goes into pride. And that's what the majority of these people carry on their face and their countenance. There's a level of pride. That's why they think they can mock things that they don't understand.
And the haughtiness of men shall be made low. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
And how is he going to do that? Through judgment. In Wisdom of Solomon, the 18th chapter, it says, upon the death of the firstborn, they acknowledge these people to be the sons of God. It's going to take an extinction level event for these people to acknowledge the Lord. And he's going to oblige them. That's what y'all want? All right, I'm going to give y'all what y'all need.
And the idols he shall utterly abolish. And they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. In that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they have made, each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats, to go into the cliffs of the rocks and into the tops of the ragged rocks, for fear of the Lord, for the Lord glory, for the glory of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth.
They tell you that in Revelation 6, he was going high.
Yeah.
The judgment of the Lord.
Right. Cease ye from man, whose breath is in his nostrils, for wherein is he to be accounted of?
Like I read Psalm 49. It said, man that is an honor that is not. He is like the beast that perishes.
Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take that crown. Back, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to you, hopefully elect. Lord willing, this was edifying. Till the next one, Shalom.
Shalom.
Wa ba ba ba.
While tuning in, and Yahweh Bahasham Shai continue to bless you in your houses. May the blessing of the elect be upon your houses, the water for your precepts. We'll close out with this curse. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Shalak, Rayam, Wa, Nashim, Wa, Abagim, Wa, Karagim, Wa, Mashapayim, Al, Kal, Adamamian, Wa, the William, Wa, Ayala Yabnawa, Baba Shah, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, the water, Aman.